Now at 4:30, pumping up prices. What drivers around Lincoln are seeing at the gas stations as the war in Iran has new escalations. And Rail Review, learn about a new survey looking for your input on how to make Nebraska railroads safer. But first tonight, dangerous heat blanketing Nebraska, officials providing refuge from the hot sun. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. You can see out there the sun beating down, people battling the heat outside, and officials want to make sure everyone has a way to get out of the elements. So today, the Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department sharing locations for cooling centers all around the city. Take a look at this map here on your screen showing where you can go to cool off during these hot temps. That includes all city libraries, parks, and recreation areas. Officials encouraging everyone to take a break from the heat as soon as you can. Let's send things over to Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins right now to see just how high the temperatures have climbed. Rusty?
We got to 100 degrees today in the capital city. We'll see if we're any higher than that in just a second. And it's the first time in over a year that Lincoln has got to 100 degrees. We've been close many times, but today 100. Extreme heat warnings continue through tonight in far northeastern Nebraska. Heat advisory stretches all the way over into Iowa and Missouri, Kansas, so we're not alone with all of this heat. But this will go away soon. Temperatures right now, 100 degrees in Lincoln, 102 Omaha, 104 in Norfolk, just about everybody in the triple digits, and if you're not in the triple digits, you're really close. 97 in Nebraska City, 96 in Falls City, but everybody else pretty close to 100, right at 100 in Lincoln, 101 in Beatrice. This isn't helping, upper 60s and lower 70s for dew points, so the heat index, 106 in Lincoln and Wahoo, 110 in Omaha, 108 in Beatrice, 109 in Nebraska, or in Aurora. Storms are well off to our east, but there's a cold front right there that may spark, and it is, in fact, sparking one little isolated thunderstorm just northwest of Columbus. So we'll keep a close eye on that. But we'll have more forecast details in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Rusty. Well, this heat is no joke, and we want to know how you're coping with it. You can scan the QR code there on your screen and take a video to let us know how you're keeping out of the hot weather. Plus, our Now Local News app is a great way to keep up with your forecast as our meteorologists upload posts. Now to new developments on a push to improve security around the police station at 52nd and O Streets. The City Council unanimously agreeing to provide LPD with over $150,000 that will go towards putting a security fence around the station. Lincoln Police says the station is involved in a critical part of their work, but they also say they've had security concerns there recently after an officer's personal vehicle was vandalized in the parking lot, which is not fenced in. They say securing the area would improve their staff safety and emergency response times. And new recruits currently training to become officers getting a special visit to the academy. The Professional Standards Division and Captain with the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office stopping by to help out the recruits with the physical training. You can see him there alongside other officials from the Sheriff's Office today watching the trainees exercise. Two of the recruits at the academy right now will be joining the Sheriff's Office after their training is done. Tonight, the Pentagon identifying 2 American service members killed this weekend in Iran. As ABC's Christian Cordero reports, the growing tension is sending oil and gas prices up yet again.
It's been 9 consecutive nights of back-and-forth airstrikes across the Middle East. The IRGC released these images today. It says show missiles being launched toward U.S. positions in the region. It's unclear when these videos were filmed. U.S. allies Bahrain and Kuwait are among those saying they've detected incoming Iranian attacks today. So far, all missiles and drones have been intercepted. But over the weekend, an Iranian strike on a U.S. base in Jordan left 2 service members dead and 1 missing. The Pentagon identified the service members killed as 19-year-old Private Isabella Gonzalez of Texas and 25-year-old First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan of Hawaii. The Pentagon adds a 3rd U.S. service member was killed in Iraq during the controlled detonation of a downed Iranian drone. That person has not yet been identified. President Trump today posted on social media, quote, "Every time Iran kills an American soldier, they will pay for that killing many times over." He didn't elaborate. As the U.S. and Iran inch closer to an all-out war, many issues that were once on the table are now far from resolved, including the status of the Strait of Hormuz.
And that is exactly what Iran is responding with. They're striking ships to keep them out of the Strait of Hormuz. They're striking desalination plants. And there's some indication that they're adjusting the way they do targeting to make it more difficult to intercept them.
The lack of traffic moving through the strait is sending gas prices back up to $4 per gallon of regular in the U.S., according to AAA. The White House says the president will attend the dignified transfer of the fallen U.S. service members tomorrow at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
For Channel 8 News, I'm Adrian Ward. We're learning from Gas Buddy's latest report out today. Prices at the pump are up nearly 15 cents a gallon in the last week here in Lincoln. Our average is now at $3.75. But at 34th and Old Cheney here, citizen journalist Brian showing us it's up to $3.89 again. Gas Buddy also says the price is up nearly 25 cents across the state. Nebraska's average as a whole is now at $3.81 a gallon. Here's a look at Casey's in Crete, sent into our Now Local News app. Now, Gas Buddy says the national average is flirting with $4 a gallon again, and experts say it will likely surpass that in the next 48 hours.
Developing now, the governor signing an executive order to end state-funded subsidies for data centers in Nebraska.
Gigantic priority from my seat that we protect consumers' rates, that we don't grow electricity.
Governor Jim Pillen shutting down taxpayer funding for the development of data centers in our state. Pillen says the order will protect people and resources. He claims this is a way of stopping data centers from consuming a big chunk of our water and electricity. Pillen saying the move will also help keep rates affordable for families. This decision comes in the midst of community debates in several Nebraska counties like Gage, York, and Lancaster. Coming up tonight at 5, hear how the governor's new order shifts from his previous stance and why an opponent says it's a political move. Well, with the governor's new executive order, we want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel about data centers being built here in Nebraska? Go now to our website at klkntv.com to submit your response and let us know what you think. And later on tonight, find out how many agree or disagree when we release the results at 5 o'clock. New developments on the breakout of an intestinal illness across several states. One of the world's largest producers of salad is making widespread recalls. ABC's Rena Roy reports.
Taylor Farms pulling nearly 3 dozen of its iceberg lettuce products off store shelves in 27 states. The manufacturer voluntarily recalling those products amid the cyclosporiasis outbreak that health officials say has impacted nearly 7,000 Americans.
On average, Michigan sees maybe 40 cases over the course of a year. Now we've seen over 5,000 cases. We're seeing many more cases come across our ERs.
Federal health officials say more than 1,600 people got sick after eating shredded iceberg lettuce supplied by Taylor Farms to Taco Bell locations in 5 states: Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. Taco Bell saying it removed all affected lettuce from its restaurants. The recall also includes market-side brand iceberg lettuce sold at Walmart with use-by dates between July 18th and August 3rd, plus bagged iceberg salads, shredded and chopped lettuce, and lettuce romaine blends sold to grocery stores and restaurants across the country. The FDA says it continues to test lettuce to identify any positive samples and is working with Taylor Farms to ensure any affected products are pulled from the market.
The recommendations right now are to use whole heads of lettuce as opposed to using bagged lettuce or pre-washed lettuce. Even when you have the whole heads of lettuce, removing the outer leaves and thoroughly washing the inner leaves in warm water.
The FDA and CDC are still investigating. They say if you have any recalled products, you should throw them away immediately. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Right now, York police saying they found several women involved in thefts at a local Walmart. Police searching for information on these women for the past day or so. York County Crime Stoppers says they're being investigated for possibly stealing nail kits and hair dye from the Walmart. The first incident happened on May 15th and the second on July 12th. But just this afternoon, the authorities saying they have identified the women responsible. And you can see they do have phone numbers up if you know anything else about crimes in York County. The Sheriff's Department also says this man, Michael Johnson of Connecticut, pointed a gun at another driver over the weekend and then drove off. Officials later finding him during a traffic stop. Deputies searching his car, saying they found an AR-15 style rifle and other ammunition in his vehicle. The sheriff's office also reporting that a child was inside the car. Deputies handed them over to a legal guardian. Johnson now faces several charges, including terroristic threats and child abuse. Well, we have a lot more stories coming up for you after the break, including train troubles. The Nebraska Department of Transportation wants to hear your thoughts on railroad crossings in your area. Find out how you can voice your opinion when we come back. And coming up all new at 5, charges changing. Find out what 2 Grand Island men are facing when it comes to the death of Matthew Bishop and what authorities say about their discoveries. We'll be right back. New at 4:30, those in charge of transportation in our state want to hear from you. The Nebraska Department of Transportation is launching a new survey centered around the railroad system in our state. They want you to share feedback on your experiences using the railroads here and what you think needs improvement. We're taking a live look here now at the map showing the state's rail system and the areas it connects between Lincoln and Omaha and the surrounding communities. It's 40 railroad crossings across 64.5 miles. They're spanning parts of Douglas, Sarpy, Cass, Saunders, and Lancaster counties. They want people to point out crossings that they think are unsafe or that pose problems for them during commutes through the survey and the rail crossing safety improvement plan shown on this website. Officials say responses will help guide future funding decisions and prioritize projects that enhance safety at railroad crossings. You have until August 20th to share your thoughts. Developing now, a man arrested in New York for setting off an incendiary device outside a federal building. You're looking at the fiery scene in lower Manhattan today. Authorities say the suspect poured liquid and then ignited it, sparking a massive fire. 2 people, including a federal employee and a civilian, suffering minor injuries. Officials say the suspect has a history of anti-immigration and ICE activity. They say he had a pellet gun and a sign reading "ICE off our streets." Well, the dangerous heat making it hard to enjoy going outside today. Rusty, please tell me we're going to be cooling down sometime soon.
We are. That's the good news. We are going to see much cooler temperatures after today. And it's partly because of a frontal boundary that's starting to move through now, sparking a couple of very isolated thunderstorms. So you can see the frontal boundary right there trying to create some thunderstorms. It's having a hard time doing it because there's so much hot air that the thunderstorms are kind of being pushed down, but not here. Look at all this severe weather headed towards, well, through Waterloo, Cedar Rapids. A confirmed tornado here just north of Des Moines. That's pretty close to Iowa City, just south of Mason City there, just east and southeast of Fort Dodge. Here's a look at those storms for us. Near Norfolk, a line trying to get going. A couple of different storms here just to the north and west of Albion. Overall, though, not a whole lot going on, but it's trying. We'll keep an eye on this. A couple of lightning bolts there just north of, well, that looks like it's in Boone County. Boone County has been busy this year. I've said that county so many times this year. It's a hot spot for storms apparently this year. 48th and Cornhusker Highway, ABC Seamless, looking at traffic that continues to be on either one side or the other. This is all done now. Now you can see it. God, can you imagine working out with these guys, what they're doing today? I'm sure they're excited that there's going to be cooler temperatures headed our way. 48th and Cornhusker Highway, ABC Seamless, hot. That's all there is to it. Precipitation so far this year about 16.5. We should be closer to 17.5, so about 3/4 of an inch below average. That's not bad. Wish we were above average, but we'll take the moisture when we can get it. 90s yesterday, middle 90s. Then we only dropped to 74 briefly. We were mostly in the 80s throughout much of the evening. And then temperatures today got to 100 degrees. Yay us. Now this particular model is saying I think we'll bump up to about 102. We'll see. I think we'll hover right around 100 for a little bit longer. 96 by 8 p.m. Still in the upper 80s. Just after sunset, and eventually 80 degrees by 2 o'clock. Now the good news is things will cool down as we head through the next several days. There's that tornado watch there, so I mean things could definitely be a lot worse, but we're watching these storms right now just to make sure nothing like that happens around here. So more forecast details coming up in just a few minutes.
Right now, controversial social media influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate making their initial appearance in front of a federal judge in Miami today. ABC's Alex Stone reports on the new charges they're facing.
Andrew and Tristan Tate in custody in Miami, arrested by U.S. Marshals Saturday, now waiting on a possible extradition to the United Kingdom on new charges alleging rape and sex trafficking in the U.K. Their attorney wants to challenge the extradition, saying they should remain in the U.S. while they deal with a separate civil case in Florida.
We are, of course, objecting to extradition because Andrew and Tristan are innocent. They've never done nothing wrong. They shouldn't be extradited for crimes they did not commit. They're entitled to have their day of court that we've been litigating the case for 3 years in Palm Beach County in Florida. So we're fighting extradition.
Britain's Crown Prosecution Service says the brothers are charged with sexual offenses involving 7 women that allegedly took place between July of 2010 and August of 2017.
What I can say about the allegations in the United Kingdom, not a single solitary person has been identified. These are ghosts and these are phantoms. So we'd like to know who's accused Andrew and Tristan of what.
The charges are the latest in a series of cases against the brothers in multiple countries. They were previously charged in the UK last year with 21 counts involving rape, bodily harm, and human trafficking as part of the same case. The brothers have denied all of those charges. Now British prosecutors adding the additional charges and requesting the 2 men be sent to the UK.
I would expect an extradition here just because of how we're seeing law enforcement here in the United States moving and a way that they haven't done in the past.
Their lawyer is calling it a political arrest because Andrew Tate is an outspoken supporter of President Trump. But British prosecutors say they have evidence from police to support their claims involving the 7 female victims. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
New tonight, the community in Lincoln is mourning the loss of an important figure in tourism. Visit Lincoln announcing the death of Derek Fairherm. He held many roles in the organization while working there for nearly 2 decades. He was vice president of operations and development before his passing. They say Fairherm had been battling cancer for over 2 years. The 44-year-old passing away last Friday. The Lincoln Airport also paying tribute to him, saying he was, quote, one of Lincoln's greatest champions. When we return, a daring rescue. Hear from a hero who jumped into action immediately and see the shocking body cam footage from the fiery scene. Then tonight in our 5 o'clock newscast, a sad update to a story only on 8. Hear what young Emily's family is saying about her condition and what comes next. We'll be right back. A fiery car incident and a brave rescue caught on camera. An extraordinary act of bravery as a Texas police officer puts his life on the line to rescue a driver trapped in a burning car. This morning, we're hearing from the officer. ABC's Ginger Z has his dramatic story.
Get out of the car now! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
What began as an ordinary traffic stop on a Texas highway quickly escalated to a dramatic rescue. South Lake Police Corporal Joshua Swisher jumping into action after getting a call about a vehicle with dense smoke pouring out of it, flames spreading quickly underneath the car.
I had a vehicle pulled over on the shoulder, and almost simultaneously dispatch alerted me to a smoke investigation, possible vehicle fire. I was just thinking I got to get to that vehicle, get it stopped and pulled over, and see if I can't get that driver out of the vehicle before it goes up in flames.
Corporal Swisher's body camera capturing the moment he tries to open the door, but the handle breaks off.
And now I'm thinking, how am I going to get him out of this car? And from there, I just put my glove on.
Get out! Come out through the window!
Video shows black smoke billowing out of the windows, so thick you can't even see the driver stuck inside.
I couldn't see inside the vehicle because the amount of smoke that was pouring out.
Unable to open the door, he breaks the window with his fist.
Sir, come out to the window now. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
And pulls the driver to safety.
I got you. Get me out.
When the window shattered, that was a little bit of relief for me because I knew I had an exit point at that time.
Is there anyone else in the car? No.
The driver, shaken, but able to walk away without any serious injuries.
Is he alone? He's okay.
It's not every day that something like this happens, but I was just glad to be in the right place in the right time.
Ginger Z, ABC News, New York.
Wow, some incredible footage there. Let's get our final check of the forecast now with the dangerous heat out there. Rusty?
The good news is some cooler temperatures headed our way in the form of a cold front, but that is also giving us a chance for showers and thunderstorms. Also good news. We need the rain and we need the cooler air. So hopefully this is the answer to everything we want right now. But you know, we'll see. These are really struggling. The stronger storms well off to our east over there by Des Moines, north of them. But some isolated storms, a possibility over the next few hours as this frontal boundary eventually moves south and east. Temperatures right now, triple digits for almost everybody. 104 in Norfolk. You tack on the dew points, and the heat index is at 114 in Norfolk, 107 in Lincoln, 109 in Columbus. Just, I mean, you hate to see heat indices like this, but it is what it is. Good news is, by tomorrow, things will feel a lot different. Forecast highs, or lows, excuse me, in the 70s. Highs tomorrow still around 90, upper 80s to around 90. But then look at this, 70s to around 80. Yeah, 80 for a high on Wednesday. Things are about to get very different around here very soon.
Much, Rusty. Now that's going to do it for Channel 8 News at 4:30. Rod Fowler is up next. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
At Baxter
Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, data center downgrade.
This is not a moratorium on data centers.
Why Governor Pillen is signing an executive order against data centers after championing legislation earlier this year. Also tonight, heat hurdles. How local businesses are proceeding as temperatures hit triple digits and only on 8 taking a turn. How the health of a young woman with Little Giants syndrome is changing after more tests from a medical team. And charges upgraded. What the 2 suspects connected to a Grand Island man's death are now facing. And that's where we begin tonight with the breaking news out of Grand Island. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Rod Fowler. These 2 have first-degree assault filed against them. Now, Jesus Reyes and Angel Vega are charged with manslaughter in the death of Matthew Bishop. Bishop was found assaulted outside a Grand Island bar. Police say after review of video evidence, prosecutors determined there was no evidence that the defendants intended to kill Bishop. We just heard back from his family. They are telling Channel 8, quote, "Nothing we say will bring our son Matthew back. We do hope justice will be served. We all want our privacy. Thank you." Breaking now, an executive order may shake up the future of data centers here in Nebraska. This coming as data centers are becoming a political flashpoint for many gubernatorial races. Governor candidates in favor of them, citing jobs, tax revenue, and economic development. Those against are highlighting water usage, land impacts, and tax incentives as concerns. Now, Governor Jim Pillen signing an executive order in this meeting today. That order ending state incentives for large-scale data centers while also creating a review process and a task force that will be focused on data centers' impact on Nebraska's water and power resources.
It's critical that we protect our consumers. It's critical that we protect our water and don't have excessive consumption of our water when we're talking about these. So these are things that are really, really important. And I think I want to make sure that I'm crystal clear. This is not a moratorium on data centers.
This is a shift from his behind-the-meter legislation in which he argued that Nebraska should continue to attract data centers to the state. This issue is likely to drive voters to the polls in November. That's why we reached out to Pillen's opponent, candidate Lynn Walls. She released a statement to Channel 8, reading in part, less than 4 months ago, he was lobbying senators to pass these same incentives. We are tired of politicians saying one thing and doing another. We asked you on the poll of the day on our website, KLKNTV.com, if you would be opposed to a data center being built near your home. Our unscientific results are showing us 70% of you would be opposed to a data center being built near you. 30% would not be opposed to that possibility. This question becoming a reality for people, but not without some powerful pushback. Channel 8's Danielle De Silva is talking to people about the concerns that they have and how they feel following the governor's announcement today.
The data center construction site here at North 56th and Highway 77, virtually uninterrupted by Governor Pillen's executive order. This is what I found when returning there today. Workers in hard hats clearing the land and cranes in the distance, lifting and placing heavy material. It's business as usual as they work to construct the $1.2 billion center. Many of his constituents telling me they are relieved by the news, like Wahoo native Kendra Robinson.
Well, I hope if they continue to build the data centers, maybe they can give us some peace of mind that they won't create a water crisis, or maybe they can do more research on the environmental impact.
The growing centers leave many on edge, like Robinson. She tells me she has high hopes for what information will come from the governor's data center task force.
Maybe they can let us know exactly how much water it's going to use and the environmental impact it's going to have, and maybe if people are going to keep their jobs.
The construction site I visited today shows no lack of workers. I noticed many on excavators and a variety of trucks coming and going. I reached out to the construction company about their thoughts on Governor Pillen's order, but have not heard back at this time. Reporting in Lincoln, Danielle De Silva, Channel 8 News.
And from Lincoln to Hallam and Beatrice, Channel 8 is tracking the data center dilemma facing families across the area. When we aren't on air, you can follow along the developments 2 different ways, on the Now Local News app and on KLKNTV.com. Well, dangerous heat tightens its grip on southeast Nebraska. Penelope's Cafe closing their doors early today. With no heat advisory yesterday, their kitchen got up to almost 102 degrees. Given the higher temperatures today, they got out of there at 12:30 to keep everyone safe. Here's a live look from our AlloCam. It just looks hot, doesn't it? And if you've been outside at all today, it doesn't take much to zap the energy right out of you. Did we hit triple digits today? And how high did the heat index get? Let's toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
You don't want to know. It was really, really hot out there today. In fact, we did hit 100 degrees in the capital city. First time in over a year that we've hit 100 degrees. It was last year, June 21st, first day of summer last year. Still have that heat advisory in place for just about everybody. Extreme heat warning well off to our north and east. This will come to an end later on tonight. But until then, it will be hot. By 7 p.m., still at 99. Southwest breeze barely there. 91 by 9 p.m., just after, so sunset, 91 degrees. 85 degrees by 11 o'clock this evening. It's hot in Beatrice as well. Shones Roofing Cam looking at 101 in Beatrice. Feels like 107 because of that dew point near 70 degrees. So 100 in Lincoln right now, 101 in Beatrice, 103 in Omaha, and 104 in Norfolk. And you tack on these dew points that are not friendly. We're at 70, almost 70 in Lincoln and Beatrice, 76 in Columbus. So that heat index at 112 in Norfolk, 111 in Omaha and Columbus, 107 in the capital city for a heat index. A few isolated storms trying to pop up along a cold front that couldn't get here soon enough, if you ask me. But scattered showers and thunderstorms going to be possible as this thing moves south and east. We'll see how far south and east they can make us. We'll talk more about the storm threat and how much cooler it's going to be in a couple of days in the full forecast.
All right. Thank you, Rusty. When temperatures rise, our team here at Channel 8 and our citizen journalists are working to keep you up to date when with scenes from the heat. The Storm Alert team is talking about the brutal conditions, while citizen journalist Brian braving the heat for a midday walk out by Holmes Lake. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the Now local news app for free. And breaking now, hundreds of thousands of dollars could be earmarked for Lincoln pools. City council members this afternoon announcing amendments they want to make to the mayor's two-year budget. They include more than $1 million for the city's pools. Most of that would go into a special fund to take care of future maintenance and repair issues. About $150,000 would go towards reopening Meadow Lane Pool. It was closed in 2023 due to the wear and tear there, and it was a private pool at the time, but the community raising most of the money required to repair it and make it public. And recently, they were asking the city council to chip in.
We need to maintain our pool infrastructure, our aquatic operations, and I think that this investment allows us to preserve our neighborhood pools while we continue to develop a long-term plan.
That was one of the arguments some council members had to push for the amendment. Others bringing up some questions.
I wonder if it's important to not go too far down the road in terms of maintenance and repairs, not knowing necessarily what aquatics facility is going to stick around and what aquatics facility may be reimagined in some way, shape, or form. And so I can definitely support this amendment if it's about true repair and emergency maintenance. But I'm not necessarily excited about using these funds for ongoing regular maintenance.
Now, a public hearing on the budget is set for August 3rd. They'll have a final vote on the budget later in August. New at 5, a fire erupting inside a home on Bridger Road earlier today. Channel 8 arriving to the scene, as you can see here, alongside first responders. The fire department was able to get this fire taken care of quickly, chalking it up to a stove fire. No injuries have been reported, and we are making calls to find out the extent of the damage. We have an update now on a heartbreaking story only on 8. Last week, we told you Emily's story. She was diagnosed with an ultra-rare recessive genetic disorder. Her mom, Erin, posting on Facebook, the CT scans and MRIs are revealing Emily has experienced several strokes to the right side of her brain. The medical team is working to understand why all of this is happening. Erin says that Emily is still showing her what courage looks like, fighting in the hardest moments. We'll keep you posted as her condition develops. A Lincoln small business hit with a kitchen nightmare.
We were contacted by the health department and told that I needed to move my things out.
Coming up all new at 6 o'clock, why a berry business has to stop selling at one store. The owner explains her next steps to get products back on the shelves there. And up next, spreading concern tonight, how cases of the parasite are jumping in one part of Nebraska and where the case count stands here in Lancaster County. Plus, what it means for one popular item at a local hotspot. Stay with us. If you're just now joining us, we need to catch you up on some breaking news today. The two suspects connected in the death of Matthew Bishop in Grand Island have new charges now added to their existing ones. Jesus Reyes and Angel Vega are now also being charged with manslaughter. Prosecutors say there was not enough evidence to charge them with murder. And Governor Jim Pillen signing an executive order in this meeting today. That order ending state incentive eligibility for new large-scale data centers, while also creating a review process and a task force focused on data centers' impact on Nebraska's water and power resources. Also breaking now, the number of people infected with cyclospora are growing in Nebraska. Reports are showing 27 people confirmed with the parasite in Douglas County alone. We reached out to the Lincoln Lancaster County Health Department to see how many cases there are in our area. They say our total is now up to 11. 9 of those are confirmed to be acquired here in the U.S. They say they're working to determine if our cases are connected to the national outbreak. Honest Abe's will not be creating a weekly burger this week. They say they're erring on the side of caution when it comes to the outbreak and sticking to the recipes they know are clear from cyclospora danger. They're reminding people that this is a temporary change and they will keep everyone posted as they slowly return to normalcy. New details in a case from this morning where a firearm ended up on the ground around 3:30 this morning. An officer near 27th and N says they saw a man wearing all black clothing crossing the street midway between 2 marked crosswalks. The person became argumentative and would not give officers any information. Lincoln Police tonight telling us the chaotic scene that unfolded from there.
As they attempted to take him into custody, he ran off, throwing his cell phone and a handgun onto the ground. One officer deployed his taser, allowing officers to take the suspect into custody without further incident. A search of 45-year-old Ramon Enriquez Jr. found multiple knives in his pockets and a glass meth pipe with residue.
And this was the scene this morning where Enriquez was taken into custody, captured by LTU traffic cameras. He's in custody for 3 felonies and 1 misdemeanor.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
The light is at the end of the tunnel. We can see it. It's right there. We just have to get there first, and this is in the way. The heat advisory and extreme heat warning through tonight, that extreme heat warning over here towards Dixon and Dakota counties. Everybody else, the heat advisory, this will expire shortly after sunset. So just another reminder, heat exhaustion, heat stroke, pay attention, especially, I mean, this is like the thick of it right here. This, if anything was to probably happen, it'd be around this time. So feeling dizzy, excessive sweating, rapid, weak pulse, muscle cramps, find an AC and sip on water. That's for heat exhaustion. For heat stroke though, throbbing headache, no longer sweating, hot, dry skin, may lose consciousness, call 911. This one can kill. This one makes you feel like you have the flu. I've had it once, I'd never want it again. So just keep that in mind. So we're looking to the north, and you can see those storms. I mean, they're way off over towards Norfolk. That's how far away these storms are from Lincoln, but you can still see the cloud cover, mostly sunny skies otherwise on our Barry Law Cam. But it's 100 in Lincoln, 101 in Beatrice, 97 in Columbus, Norfolk at 105. Just about everybody in the 100s. I mean, this looks like a heat index map, and it's not. It's the real temperatures right at 100. I mentioned this earlier. It's the first time we've hit 100 in over a year. The last time was June 21st of 2025. So it's been 13 months. There you go. 99 in Wahoo is one of the cooler spots, 96 in Aurora. Tack on a dew point that's well into the 60s and 70s, and you have a heat index that's, it just makes me dizzy thinking about it. 107 in Lincoln, 107 in Beatrice, 111 in Columbus, and Omaha, a couple of the hotter spots. That's unfortunate. The wind is starting to shift around a little bit. It's out of the south, southwest, west. It will eventually come out of the northwest after this frontal boundary moves. I'm going to just kind of edge this over a little bit. Isolated storms forming. They're having trouble getting any stronger than they are now, which that's fine. We don't need the severe weather that would come with it, the hail and the damaging wind. But if we can get some rain out of this, all the better. But this is going to slowly but surely move to the south and east. And it's along this frontal boundary right here, really slow, but isolated storms. I'll point this out there if you can see that. Just north of Des Moines, that was a confirmed tornado earlier. Now it's just a tornado warning just north of Des Moines. So hopefully everybody deals with that okay. But these storms continuing to try to pop up here, and then another chance for storms on the other side. So if storms can develop, especially in this green and yellow, and especially into the orange shaded area, 1 or 2 severe storms a possibility. Hail, some damaging wind. Now, as we head through tonight, next couple of hours, that isolated storm chance right there kind of diminishes. The better chance well off to our north and east into Iowa. That comes to an end. And then another chance, that wave that's off to the north right now, by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, another wave of storms moves through. There's 8 a.m. And then that moves off to the south and east, leaving us with partly cloudy skies and cooler temperatures. Now, not cold, but cooler. I'll show you that here in a second. Then Wednesday morning, another chance for storms. Look at all of this rainfall in north central Nebraska. That eventually makes it into eastern Nebraska by Wednesday afternoon. Much needed precipitation out there, so hopefully this comes to fruition as well. That will be short-lived as it moves south and east Wednesday evening. So tonight, spot storms, warm, muggy, 72 degrees, but tomorrow, better. After a lower 70 start to the day, we'll top out around 90. Storms in the morning, 90 still warm, but this is key right here, less humid. We're talking about temperatures in the upper 80s, maybe 90 degrees with that north breeze at 5 to 15. This right here though, cherry on top. Even though it's still 90, those dew points in the 50s will feel oh so much better. So it won't even feel like 90. You might need a jacket. No, probably not. But Maybe on these days. Look at this, 82 and maybe 80. We could be stuck in the 70s Thursday and Friday. Overnight low temperatures in the lower 60s. Rain chances early Tuesday, then again Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even Friday. We do warm back up. We see some 90s out there, but wow, lower 80s for 3 days in a row? Yes, please.
Thank you so much, Rusty. Those 80s look good, no doubt about it. 2 more businesses are closing due to the dangerous heat today. The Colfax Recycling Center in Schuyler and the Neighbor Produce Farms Lincoln roadside stand are both closed today, both citing the unsafe heat as their reasoning. No word yet on if these businesses plan to reopen tomorrow, but we'll keep you posted as we learn more. Right now, Nebraskans for Medical Marijuana are expressing frustration over our state's program. They say Nebraska's medical cannabis program is moving too slowly despite voter approval. Several speakers in a meeting today citing barriers to access, especially for people with chronic illnesses. They're urging the commission to take a more active role.
70% of Nebraskans spoke clearly. We didn't ask you to sit back and wait for instructions. We asked you to lead. We asked you to build a comprehensive medical cannabis program. We asked you to remove barriers, not create them. The words shouldn't just be, let us know how we can help. They should be, we will help.
With some medical marijuana legislation working its way through Nebraska right now, we'll keep you posted as the group comments on the state's decisions. New tonight, the Lincoln Hygiene Network is releasing stats regarding their impact. Since 2021, they have supplied nearly 630,000 hygiene items, serving more than 60,000 people. $430,000 in hygiene products have been given directly to the community. These numbers represent the hope they're providing for people here in Lancaster County, and they're thanking all of their donors for making this possible. We're also getting some numbers from People City Mission's collaboration with 402 Creamery. They created the Mission Mallow flavor with some of the proceeds going back to PCM. In total, they raised $500. The People City Mission is thanking 402 Creamery for making them a tasty flavor for a good cause. An idea is really taking off. Coming up all new at 6 o'clock, how you can get your hands on a piece of Lincoln Airport history. Stay with us.
This week.
New at 5, Thayer County deputies are finding a sweet way to stay cool in the dangerous heat. Over in Hebron, Sheriff Lee and Deputy Pickering found a nice shady spot to cool off. There's some kids. We're in that spot selling lemonade and iced tea. The Thayer County Sheriff's Office is recommending their lemonade stand to anyone in the Hebron area. It's on 5th and Duffield. They say if you need a refreshing drink to beat the heat, this is the place to go. Rusty, would you rather have lemonade or iced tea?
Lemonade.
I'll take iced tea.
Yeah?
No sugar.
Okay.
Just regular iced tea.
I do like iced tea, though. It is good.
Yeah, I took a peek at your radar there, buddy. I sneaked a peek. Looks like you got some spotty showers to our northwest.
Yeah, and that will be some relief for some of us. And I'm not wearing my jacket because it's just, I've got my handy-dandy thermometer in here. It's 81 degrees in the studio right now, so.
All right.
It's not like we're working outside and, like some of us have to do, so I get that. So, but it's warm in here, that's for sure. Line of storms from Norfolk over to North Platte. Those are slowly but surely drifting south and east, so headed towards Interstate 80 eventually. Columbus, Grand Island, Kearney, North Platte, you may eventually see these storms. Lincoln might get in on this too. The severe threat is pretty small, but those lines of storms will continue south and east, and we'll take whatever rain we can get because it is hot out there. 100 in Lincoln, 102 in Grand Island, 101 in Beatrice, and you tack on the dew points and you're at 107 for a heat index in Lincoln and Beatrice and Grand Island, 111s in Omaha and Columbus. Norfolk, toasty 114. So the good news is here, we'll cool off a little bit tomorrow morning, not the coolest, but this looks warm, upper 80s, lower 90s, but the dew point will be in the 50s early tomorrow morning. I think we should just do the news in our shorts and t-shirts for the 6.
I took your lead.
Might as well.
Goodbye, suit jacket. All right. Thank you, Rusty. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay cool. We'll see you back here at 6.